Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Susan, and we're going to be doing a nice little hatha yoga class today. We're going to do it in two parts, which will probably end up to almost an hour. First part, we're going to do some stretches on the floor and end in child's pose. Second part, we'll start in mountain. Today we're going to do our sun salutation, Surya Namaskar, and end in Savasana. So you can pick one or both, whatever you feel like doing today. So today is July 28th, and I just want to make sure that you understand whatever you do, listen to your body, respect your limitations, and if it doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it, all right? Or just pull back if you need to. There's always room for little adjustments in everything we do, all right? Now the breathing is in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice, long, full, smooth breath. Inhale completely. Suspend your breath just for a few seconds. Exhale fully. Every breath you take is exactly the same the whole time we're together, all right? So just try and relax, all right? Now we always start our class with a couple minutes of pranayama. Prana is breath and pranayama is breath control. And I choose a different mudra every class. So today we're going to start our class in Hidraya mudra, which is a heart gesture. So first two fingers, index and middle finger rolled in, two fingers out, thumb out, palm up to the ceiling. Resting comfortably on your lap, nice straight spine. Close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together. Hidraya mudra, heart gesture. This mudra helps to manifest and stabilize the emotions. Continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Relax those shoulders, just breathe. Now's the time to drop your day, settle your mind. And to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower our blood pressure, and lower our anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. One more nice, long, smooth breath. And on your next exhale, I'd like you to bring your hands together. And let's rub them vigorously, activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. Let's take a nice, long, smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev. One more nice, long, smooth breath together. Inhale. And on the exhale, let's drop 3 fingers, preparing for Jupiter Mudra. So one quick note before we go any further is I'm going to try and cue you on your breathing. So what I say on the next breath, or on your next breath, that's where we're going to move. We always try to move on the exhale, all right? So let's take a breath together. And on the exhale, let's come up all the way. All the way as high as you can that's comfortable for you. Sitting nice and tall in those sit bones. Let's wake up that physical body. Let's wake up that spine. Reach, breathe. Breathing into Jupiter Mudra, which is good luck and expansion, are activated when together focus your energies on breaking through barriers. One more breath. And on the exhale, hands together. I want you to bring them down shoulder height. Slowly. Lace the fingers together, palms out. Now relax the shoulders, sitting nice and tall. And on the exhale, I want you to reach out. And let's really open up the upper back. Shoulder blades, relax those shoulders. Just keep breathing. Close your eyes. If that helps you relax and focus on your breath, close your eyes. If you prefer to have them open, find yourself a drishti, a little focal point, something to stare at, help you with your focus and concentration for one more breath. On the next exhale, slowly release the hands, very gentle. Bring them to the back. If you can, just grab your fingertips if you need to. Sitting tall, take a breath. And on the exhale, bring the shoulders up, bring them back, and slide them together. Bring those shoulder blades together. Breathe. And this is going to start releasing, opening up the pectorals, the front of the deltoid. Bring them together as tight as you can, that's comfortable. Breathe, open up that chest. Release, open up the heart center. And on the next exhale, slowly release, bring the arms very gentle with the shoulders onto the lap. Now let's roll those shoulders out. Keep that breath going. Roll them out as much as you can forward. Let's get some movement. Loosen things up, increase circulation into the upper body. Roll forward and backward. All right, perfect. Let's go. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, palms up. Inhale into a gentle back bend. Or just reach up to the ceiling. One more breath. On the next exhale, bring the arms down, slow and gentle, right onto the floor, right in front of you. All right, I'm going to back up a little bit here. All right, so from here, I'm going to give you two ways to do the next move. All right, so either hands on the floor, lean forward, bend the elbows, and just lean. But if you're a little bit more flexible, you can reach out as far as you like. All right, so whatever feels good for you. Take a big breath. On the exhale, now keep your back straight, head level with your spine. Go as far as comfortable. Now don't worry if you're a little tight or if you're a little stiff and you can barely move. Some stretches you might be able to go a little further. Maybe some you're a little, don't go as far. That's okay. Don't force your body. Just relax. Breathe into it. Now this is a nice stretch to start lengthening and releasing the spine, the muscles up and down your back. One more breath. Exhale, stay low, and I want you to slide and shift your body weight to the left. Weights on the left thigh, right hip stays on the floor, and reach. And don't worry if you can't go very far. And this is a nice stretch. Start to wake up the right side of the body, the shoulder all the way down. Try to keep your back straight. One more breath. On the exhale, stay low. Let's shift our body weight, slide all the way to the other side. Moving very gentle, slowly with that spine. Here again, weights on the right thigh, left hip on the floor, and reach. Lengthening, stretching, releasing the left side of the body. Now while we're here, let's release the tension that we hold in our face. So I really want you to engage the muscles. Just really scrunch your face up really tight. Squeeze all the muscles in your face and hold it. And then let it go. Let all your facial muscles go slack. Let all that tension filter through your body and sink into the mat. For one more breath. Exhale, come back to center. And come all the way up. Perfect. Hands on the lap. Roll the shoulders a little more if you'd like. All right, let's get into a seated twist pose from here. Staying in the same position. Left hand on the right knee, right hand behind your back. Take a breath to center. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Keep your back straight, shoulders are relaxed, gentle spinal twist. Now in this position here, I don't want you to torque your back or your neck. If you can't go very far, if you have issues with your back or your spine, take it easy. And like I said earlier, if it doesn't feel good, come back out of it. You can make little adjustments. If you want to go deeper, push on the knee a little to the right, you'll go a little further. And let's keep that spine nice and flexible and limber and supple, releasing the nerves, the blood vessels, and the muscles up and down your spine. One more breath. Exhale slowly, counter pose. Let's go to the other side. Right hand onto the left knee, left hand behind your back. Breath to center. Exhale. Relax those shoulders. Just breathe. Feel that breath. Be the watcher of your own breath. On the exhale, slowly come back to center. All right. Left hand on the floor to the left knee. Now this one, next particular stretch, I'm going to give you 3 different ways to do it. This is where our little handy block comes in. The deepest one is elbow on the floor. What we're going to do is bring the right arm to the ceiling. If you find that's literally too much of a stretch for you, this is where our little block comes in. You can set the block up any way you'd like. And let's bring the floor up a little higher. Elbow on the block. And if you don't have a block, just reach your arm out, your hand a little further, bend the elbow. The elbow doesn't have to go on the floor this way. Your arm's up there. All right. Left hand on the floor or on the block, right hand on the right knee, straight spine. Let's go. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale. Now in this position, checking our alignment. Elbow and shoulder lined up with the left arm. Right arm is lined up along the side of the body. Try not to be leaning forward or tilted back as best as you can. Now if you can reach over a little further to the left. If you find this is a bit challenging, if anything, you can do the stretch with your hand on your hip. All right, and let's really lengthen from the fingertips all the way down to that right hip. One more breath. Next exhale, stay in this position with the left elbow. Bring the right hand onto the right knee. Take a breath. On the exhale, push away on the right knee. Bring the right shoulder a little closer to the left knee. You can soften the elbow, keep it straight if you'd like. And this is a nice stretch for the upper back, and you'll feel it all the way down as well. One more breath. The exhale, bend the elbows, stay low. Come to center. All right, let's go to the other side. If you're using your little handy block, take it with you. And again, this block, if you want, you can bring it up even a little higher if you find that's a little better for you. All right. Left hand, left knee, right hand on the floor, on the block, or out here. And let's go. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale over. Just try and relax. Breathe. Smile. Got that inner smile. You're happy to be here, happy to be on your mat. Let's start lengthening, decompressing, uncoiling those tight muscles. On the next exhale, left hand to left knee. Exhale, push away. One more breath. On the exhale, bend the elbow, come to center, nice and slow all the way. All right. Let's start moving these legs around a bit. Let's get into our little butterfly or bound angle pose. Okay, so from here, make sure there's room between the groin area and the heels. I'm going to give you two ways to do this one here. This is a gentle hip opener, sitting in this position, starting to release and lengthen, stretch the inner thigh, the pelvic floor, groin area, and also releasing those tight buttocks, the tight glutes. Now, the full version would be hands onto the elbows, or hands onto the ankles, elbows onto the knees, and leaning forward. If that's a little too uncomfortable or you're not quite ready to do that, just keep your hands on your legs and just stay right here. Try to relax your legs and hips. Now, either way you do this one, I want you to keep your back straight, head level with your spine hinging at the hips, all right? Let's go. Big breath. Exhale. Now, if you're leaning forward, try not to put too much pressure on the knees. Focus on leaning forward as opposed to really pressing on the knees. And while you're in this position, or even if you're just sitting straight, try to relax your knees, your thighs, your hips. Let it go. Just let them go. Breathe. Focus on the sensations of the breath. Pay attention to how you feel right now in this moment. That's all that matters. The position of your body, how you feel, where you are, what you're doing, and that breath. The breath is there. It's constant. On the next exhale, come up. Perfect. Okay, we're going to do another nice stretch. This is called a seated figure four. So this is a really nice stretch for your hips. I'm going to give you two ways to do this particular one. Now, the easier version would be just straight. And let's start with the right leg. Left foot on top of the right knee, just like this. All right, so this is kind of like our reverse pigeon, but it's called the seated figure four. And you can put your hand on your knee and on your foot if you'd like. And just sit here if this is comfortable for you, because this is a really deep stretch for the hip. If you want to go a little further, you can lean forward with a straight back, of course. Now, this is one way to do it. If you want to go just a little deeper, bend the knee a bit, foot on the floor, and sit like this. This is pretty intense, so this is a really deep stretch. So whatever way, adjust your right leg according to how your left hip feels. Let's stay here for two more breaths. Relax those shoulders. And exhale, release. All right, guess what? Let's do the other side now, all right? Now, if this is really not going to feel good for your hip, just stay right here. Don't worry about it. You can skip it if you'd like, okay? So like I said, right foot on the left knee, just like this, all right? Or a little bit more intense, like this. You don't have to lean forward. Just sits with a straight spine. You're still going to get the same stretch. Really nice stretch for the hip. And your hamstring, everything. One more breath. Seated figure 4. All right, and let's slowly come out. All right, let's open up those legs nice and wide. All right, let's give the legs a little break here. All right, hands in front. Now this particular stretch here is a seated V, and we're gonna work on the hamstring. So get a nice stretch into the back of the leg. This is gonna release and stretch out the knees and also the calves. Having your toes up to the ceiling is this nice calf stretch. Hands in front. Now again, this one here, we're gonna lean forward. Keep your back straight, head level with your spine, hinging at the hips. You can put your hands in front and just lean forward, bend the elbows if you want. Or if you're a little more flexible, you can go a little further, all right? Just sitting like this, you should feel it. This is a dynamic stretch, so isotonic. You can really feel the activity in your body. Big breath. Exhale. Now while you're in this position, even if you're just not moving very much, pay attention to how your knees feel in your quads. They're probably tight and locked up. Let it go. Relax them. Release the tension in the legs. Focus on what you're doing, your breath. One more. Exhale up. All right, let's do another one, same position. This one here now, I want you to put your hands on your knees. We're going to do exactly the same thing. Keep your hands on your knees. You can just lean forward if you'd like, or if you want, you can slide your hands down, and if you can, you can grab your toes, all right? Whatever feels good for you. Take a big breath. Exhale. Again, release the knees, try to relax them. And you know, being aware of the tension in your body, being able to isolate it and let it go, even if you're moving in a different direction or doing a different thing, there's always something that's tight. Let it go. Relax. Once you relax your knees, maybe you can go a little further, maybe you can't, it doesn't matter. And those of you who can touch your toes, if you want an extra stretch in your upper back, you can point your toes. Breathe. Keep that breath going. Don't forget to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Keep it going. On the exhale, slide up all the way. Perfect. Lovely. All right, let's get those legs together. Nice. All right. Now this is our staff pose. This is a neutral place. So anytime when we're doing any of our seated stretches, if you want to take a break or if there's something you want to skip or doesn't feel good, you can come right here. Staff pose. Now, nice and comfortable, sitting tall on your sit bones, being aware of your posture. Nice and tall and proud, shoulders are relaxed. Let's work the hands, wrists, ankles, and feet from here, all right? So let's start with the hands. Bring the arms out, make a fist. Bring them down a little lower. We're not going to focus on the shoulder, we're focused on the forearm, the wrist, and the hand. Bend at the wrist, slightly turn out to the baby finger. Keep that breath going. And if you'd like, you can point your toes and get a little stretch in your foot at the same time. So this is a nice stretch for the extensor muscles along the top of the forearm, along the side, to the wrist and into the hand. On the exhale, straighten hand, open fingers, palms to ceiling, left fingertips pressing down, right fingertips on the left fingertips pressing down. At this point, if you can, I'd like you to lift your heels off the floor. Now very gentle, releasing the flexor muscles, wrist and the hand and fingers. One more breath. Exhale. Other side. Now moving your body slowly, gently, and very carefully. It's not a race, it's not a contest. Take it easy. Exhale, release, heels on the floor, relax your legs, and hands on the lap. Let's do a little finger exercise from here. Now from here, keep your hands on your lap, make sure you're sitting tall, relax those shoulders. All we're going to do is I want you to lift each finger up and do a little circle. That's it. So this is working on range of motion, mobility of the fingers, lengthening, releasing the tight fingers, lubricating those little joints, all right? Hands right here. Follow the rhythm of your breath. Let's go. Start with your thumb. And just a little circle, whatever you can manage, all right? And when you get your little finger, your baby finger, go back, work your way back to your thumb, but do the reverse circle. All right, let's hope everybody's at the same place. When you finish, when you get back to your thumb, I want you to bring your hands up And I want you to lengthen those fingers. Visualize you've got strings pulling your fingers up to the ceiling. Stretch them out. Really stretch out the palm of your hands. And then from here, I want you just to let your fingers go limp. Let your wrists go limp. All right? And then shake them out. Shake those hands out. Release the tension in the hands and the wrists. All right, perfect. Hands on the lap. Let's roll those shoulders out. Roll them out. Maybe you find the shoulders are getting a little looser now. All right. Let's work our way down to our lower leg, ankles, and feet. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to do a move called plantar flexion. So from here, you can have your hands on your lap. If you want, you can lean back and rest on your arms. We're going to push the foot forward and we're going to bring them all the way back. That's it. All right, so when you're ready, let's go. Or you can have your hands along the side of your hip if you want. Exhale back. So this is working. You can feel engagement of lower leg muscles as well. But working on the ankle, the foot, toes as well. One more time, push it forward. Get a nice stretch into that foot. All the way back. All right, and relax. Relax. Relax your knees and your thighs, all right? So now what we're going to do here is I want you to do some little circles in and out with your ankles and your wrist, and I want you to play piano with your fingers and play piano with your toes. So if you want at this point, you can go a little faster if you'd like, or keep it slow, but keep your breath slow and consistent. And just kind of move everything around. Just wiggle things around. Perfect. All right, so from here, let's get into our table, so onto our hands and knees. Now, into this position, this is called the table. In my classes, I usually provide a little extra padding. For those of you who have a little extra padding you need for your knees or your wrists, okay? So if you don't have a little pad, you can find a very thin pillow or a blanket or a towel, whatever makes you a little bit more comfortable. Table now, checking your alignment. Ankle to knee, knee to hip, knees are hip distance apart. Elbow, shoulders, wrists lined up. Head is level with your spine. Let's do some cat and cow together. Inhale, head up, sacrum up, C-scoop, spine. Exhale, chin to chest, belly button, spine, arch the back. Follow the rhythm of the breath all the way up. Inhaling up into your cow. Nice stretch for your pectorals, your chest, and your belly. Exhale into your cat, lengthening the spine. Really nice stretch, keep going for the upper back, and this is a wonderful stretch for your lower back. This position, or this nice stretch, also stimulates digestion and elimination as well. One more set of cat and cow, breath in motion, meditation in motion. If you find in this position here that it's really hard on your wrist, you can go on your fist if you like. And that just changes the angle of the wrist if that helps, all right? Perfect. And then from here, bring yourself to straight, neutral spine. Let's do one more. Let's do a nice little hip stretch here. So stay in this position if you can. Looking at the floor, take a breath. And on the exhale, I want you to bring the hip out to the right as you look over the left shoulder. And this is called a revolving tabletop. This is a nice stretch for the hip, the lower back, along the side. On the exhale, swing your hips to the left as you look over the right shoulder. And on the next exhale, swing those hips to the right. Exhale, swing. Look over the left. And one last time to the left. Exhale. And on the next exhale, come back to center. All right, from here, prepare for child's pose. Open up your knees a little wider if you'd like. Take a breath on the exhale, lean back. Now, in child's pose, this is a resting, neutral, and a full body stretch. I need you to make sure your head and your neck are supported. You can rest your forehead on your stacked fist. You can rest your forehead on your block if you'd like, on your stacked hands, or on the floor. Now let's take a little rest into our child's pose, Balasana. And now's the time I want you to thank yourself for being here today, for taking this little time to be on your mat, for whatever reason brings you here today. You know, maybe to decompress, to re-energize, Maybe just to step away from all the busyness of the outside world, maybe turn the noises off, or maybe just to be on your mat and stretch. Doesn't matter, whatever reason brings you here. Giving yourself permission to relax, just to step away for a little while. And always something to think about is yoga is not about performance, it's about integrating mind, body through breath awareness. It's all about the breath. For one more. So this is going to end our part 1 of this class. Stay tuned for part 2 if you're interested. If not, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed yourself and you feel good.